Hi, homeowners. Sean with Tech Inspect here. Wanted to spend a few minutes today talking about our inspection reports and how to navigate and read those, and then a free resource that we've put together to help you build out a home maintenance plan based on the findings in your inspection report. If you wanted to view some of our inspection reports, you can simply go to the inspection report page and click on sample report. That will pull up a page with a handful of sample inspections that we've done um, to highlight the inspection report, the products that we deliver. So I'm going to jump into one of those now. So this is a sample view of an inspection report and what you would be presented with when you first click on the link to open one. So you can see there's already a lot of information here, but the way you can navigate through here does make this seem a lot smaller than it really is. If you were to print one of these out, it'd be well over 100 pages long. So very dense document, but viewing it in a web browser allows you to move around within that document. We'll talk a minute about what these numbers across the top mean. So the items inspected is the total number of things that we looked at, we inspected, and we documented information about. This number varies based on the home, the size of the home, the structure of the home. Then the blue, the orange, and the red colors are defect categories. So maintenance or monitor categories in blue are always color coded in blue. These are things like, hey, your gutters need to be cleaned out. There's leaves in there and we need to clean them out, or your HVAC filter is dirty and needs to be replaced. Things that the homeowner can do. Monitor items are things that we are suggesting that you keep an eye on over time, make sure that they don't degrade or that there's not a problem with them in the future. The orange items are defects. These are the things that need to be repaired or replaced. They need more attention. Probably going to have to get a contractor involved, an HVAC technician, electrician, something like that to fully resolve those. The major concerns are going to be safety concerns. They can be material defects, which impact the value of the home. They could be structural issues, things like that. So the major concerns are definitely where you want to put your attention first, and then defects, and then maintenance. A concept that I really want to stress though is within each of these defect categories, there are there's a range that these fall in. So they're not all created equal. Meaning, even within your defect category, there's things that could wait. They don't have to be fixed today. They don't need to be fixed now, but you do need to make a plan to resolve those. And that's what we've developed as a tool to help facilitate that. A good example would be if your furnace didn't start, but we did the inspection in May. So your furnace isn't creating heat, but it's May. You've got some time before you really need to have that fixed. So there's less time urgency, but it still needs to be resolved and we don't want to lose sight of it. And so documenting it in our free resource here will help you with that. So let's talk a minute about how to navigate the report itself. So you'll see down through here, there's a nav bar. And as I scroll down through here on the left, you see how these kind of light up. Anytime you see a number over here, that's the number of defects within those three categories that we flagged for that system. So for the roof, the exterior, electrical, etc. You see heating here has no number. So we actually did not document any issues with the heating system. We did document information about the heating system, and we confirmed that it's working and how we inspected it and what we inspected. So we inspected it to the standards. There was no limitations, and here's all the information. So that's what that means, and it's a good way to jump around through here. So while there may not be defects flagged, we still documented information about your heating source. This allows you to quickly move through, and you can see as the screen revolves around and moves throughout the report, you can jump around section to section. You do need to read the full report to really understand everything that we've documented here. If we go back up to the top, if we just wanted to see what our two major concerns are, we can click this tab. This takes us to a sub view of our entire report. So we have two major concerns. One is electrical, and you can see over here that we have the one with the electrical, and then we have a plumbing concern. And here's the plumbing. So this is a safety issue, and this is a safety issue. So this could lead to a fire, or a shock, or a short circuit, and this could burn a young child. So these are two safety issues within our major concerns. This plumbing one here is very simple to resolve. You can simply turn the water heater down to a safe temperature and there's no more problem. This one, probably need an electrician to take care of this one. If I just wanted to see our overall, all the defects, the blue, the orange, and the red, we can go to the summary page and you can see that we've got these card views. You can expand and contract each of these cards. You can click in on the pictures. You can zoom in on the pictures. You can see the pictures and everything else. So very easy, quick way to navigate. You can move around. So if I want to go down to our plumbing, now I can see all the plumbing defects. Now reading through this, as we understand here, we've got two defects are related to our water heater. So I'm going to jump over to our tool now, and this is where this comes into play. So in our tool, we have a log sheet that you can use to list out all the defects, what needs to be done, etc. So if we back out of here just a little bit, we see that I've pre-populated it with some information. So when do we log the item? The intent here is that this spreadsheet could be used year over year to create that home maintenance plan. It's not just at the time of the inspection and the inspection report, but you can use this as a living document to help me manage and maintain your home. So we have a new item logged on in October. It's a new item. We've categorized it as a medium priority. It's a defect. So if we look back at our report, our hot water heater TPR valve is orange. It's a defect. And so this tool lines up very nicely to our spreadsheet. So we've got our home system, our category of the defect, and then we have our contractors. Then we can also track our budget and the expected time and date to do these things in. So the timeline column over here, this is intended to, when do we want to fix it? When do we think we need to fix it? So if we go back to our furnace, we may, depending on when we do the inspection, if we did it in May, we don't need it till September. We've got 3 or 4 months to go get that fixed. And that allows us to maybe budget some money ahead of time, knowing that we do have some maintenance coming up that we're going to have to pay for. So just another management tool. In this case, we're going to say we want to fix this TPR discharge valve in 30 days, 30 to 60 days, or right about the time we close on the house. We're not going to ask for concessions, but we're going to take care of this ourselves. We can get the information right out of the defect card. So if I remove this, I can come in here. I can highlight the text, Control C, Control V, and drop it right in there. And then if I look down at the bottom of this defect card, I have information about what needs to be done. So we can take that and we can just drop it right in there. And now we have a better understanding of what this defect is, what needs to be done about it. So right now we need a quote. So we're going to update our status to pending quote. Maybe we've already reached out to our contractor, Level 9 HVAC and Plumbing, to get a quote. Once we get our quote, maybe we say it's $100 to fix this. We can type that in. And now when we look at our project category of water heater, we can filter simply on that and understand how much money we need and what our time frame is to fix this. So maybe we're going to have them come out on 11/10 to fix it. So just a very simple project management tool to help line out all of the things that you find in your inspection report. Allows you to group them so that you can solve them all at once, annotate your budget, etc. So we hope this is helpful. It's a good way to consolidate that inspection report and make yourself a home maintenance plan that you can then execute on. So if you've got any questions, please reach out to us. We're more than happy to help. This spreadsheet will be available on every inspection report, and it'll also be available on our website. If you need an inspection, you can schedule today at techinspecthome.com. We appreciate you watching. Thanks.